We are live.
Five H.951 CoC Committee, 26th of May. We are making progress.
We are.
My announcement.
We can say that every time we meet.
That's right.
We have any news?
Okay, so we'll
Is there
just,
something you were?
we have a couple of things that we can do, and then we have some more things that turned out to be taking a little more time, so we will have time on this. But we are making progress.
Good.
So on the first page of the gray out sheet that we have from last Thursday, I guess, on line 14 was the Ag, Food and Markets position, and we'll agree with the Senate position on not funding that new administrative services position. And then here they are. On page 3, at the top, line 61 and 62. We will agree to the one time for the Vermont Law School and the SBDC. You know, I think that's under the economic development part of what we are trying to accomplish in the bill on the values that we have. When I show you our proposal spreadsheet, you'll see why that was. Okay. So
So is it all three of them? Just the
No.
two?
just the two,
60, 61?
61 and 62, the Vermont Law School and the Small Business Development Center. I know the SBDC needed that little bump more of 150 to fully get their federal match. And the law school, you said, had gotten some federal funds, and that seems to have disappeared, and that was for 100,000. Okay, so in case you need yet one more of these, my team, I wanted to walk you through what we're thinking of for money coming and going. And, you know, we talked before about, well, we want this, but where's the money coming from and all of that. So this is a whole, more or less the whole proposal, just to review of sources and uses. So on the left side, the chloride bill S218 was vetoed, so we have base and one time there. S206 is not moving, so that's 270,000 in base. So these are mostly money from other bills. The benefits study for 50,000 and S190 was taken out. The biomarker study for 25,000 is gone. The CVOEO day shelter is an H938. So the second half of it we're taking out of the budget, and that's available. The Language Justice Project for 150,000, they're using carry forward instead of general fund. And then we asked people to pick between Granny's Closet and the Lake Champlain Derby. And your colleagues in this committee said we want Granny's Closet, so we took out the Lake Champlain Derby.
Green's added.
Granny's added. Sorry, Granny.
Right.
So that leaves 420,000 in base and 690,000 in one time available. So the proposed uses are on the right-hand side. We've already talked about the mediator position and agreed to put that in, and the ethics position. And I think we actually already agreed about the flood safety position too, because we had talked about that when the chloride bill was vetoed. And then we also had agreed on the grants administration for 100,000 with the Center for Crime Victim Services. The next one, we're working on a food proposal, and for the moment we just called it Vermonters Feeding Vermonters for that 110,000. Not sure that's actually going to be, it may be with Vermonters Feeding Vermonters, but it's going to be part of the food construct. So we could have just said food, but we ran out of time, so food. We feel very strongly that Vermont Council on Rural Development Technical Assistance, which is rural and economic development, we would like to put that back in a House position of 250,000. The legal aid hotline, which is slightly under 60,000. We had already talked about Meals on Wheels. These all round up, so it's 125, it rounds up on this page to 130.
Well, they're all, the meal also be in your food construct, or that's still.
We had already all agreed to that,
Right,
so
right.
we'll show you, we'll show it.
I just didn't know if you're also gonna.
No, this is the same one. This is not new. This is not new. And then, putting back in the 211 so they can be funded for those hours where they need money. So that leaves us, short about $40,000, if I'm reading this right, which we can find from other things that are up in the bottom line. So that's from most of us.
Okay, well, we will look over this.
Any clarifying questions, just, input. Does you understand it?
I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
We have already agreed, however, to the
Right.
first 4 items, haven't we, at least?
Yes,
And then the last Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, I can't remember if we did do the food safety position, but we might just.
I thought we did. I can look at the gray sheet.
Which one?
And then the Meals on Wheels. So there's really only a couple of new things.
Yeah.
On
Yeah, and we
here.
probably want to see the food construct.
Right, we'll do the food construct.
So the public employees benefit study is in S-190.
It's out.
So we'll be looking at it, but. You know,
It's S-190 came off from house.
Yeah.
There was.
Right,
that's the $50,000.
Right,
For the
right.
treasurer
right,
to do a public employee.
right. Which, we were,
And I
the impression
understand,
that it was not.
I understand that he was asking for more than $50,000 to get profit.
Uh-huh,
There were still events doing
Yeah.
it, but yeah, we'd
Yeah.
rather spend money on this other thing.
right,
Understood.
right.
Okay.
So that's what we got. That's everything on my list for this moment. We'll have a few other things when we meet again.
Okay.
Things seem to constantly be evolving around this.
Yes. And hopefully we'll have something for you as well. And we're going to be doing the educational bill on 10.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Right.
that'll be
Right.
more. So
And are we meeting at 1:15 or 1:30?
1:15, I'll just want to make it 1:30. We're back on the floor too. Okay, wait, so we were talking about having two.
We might do a third, yeah, and we may need a third. Committee copies from this group today.
So do you want to meet at 1:15?
Let's meet at 1:15 and if something, I've got other meetings we're trying to work
Yeah.
out with
Yeah,
another
we're trying
bill,
to-
so.
T-bill hopefully could be done today, maybe.
At lunchtime.
Great. So let's assume 1:15 and we'll connect if we need to make it to 1:30 instead. But I'm thinking that, even as we discuss things, I can't imagine that being more than half an hour to
Yeah.
discuss the things supposed to be happening.
And then we'll do possibly another one at
At the
3:30.
end of the day, yeah.
Okay.
3:30 or whatever. Yeah,
With that, we could adjourn 1:15.
I would say Tico was hand to knife, I guess.
Yeah, both sides just like saying that they want to depend on that, they want to depend on
Well,
the house company. They're saying
oh,
they
you
want to know what
mean,
happened.
see, the AOT stuff that's in
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Right, well, it seemed to me that there's a third thing that was
Yeah.
dragged into that, so I don't know where it stands
I
anymore.
would just,
Is Matt back?
Yeah,
yes.
seriously, yeah. I know.
So, the